Charity's career spans from the central bank, which is the Bank of Zambia, where she did specialize in payments and ensured compliance with international best practices. As a director at FSD Zambia, that is between 2022 and 2023, she championed the initiatives around the biometric IDs for financial inclusion, as well as the digitalization of the government processes. Currently, Charity is a CEO at City for Square Consultancy, where she does focus on empowering women and youth for financial education and business development for MSMEs. She's recognized recently, she was recognized by the Financial Inclusion Magazine and the African Digital Bankers Magazine. So Charity is passionate about advocate for creating inclusive opportunities across Africa. Wow, that is so much of a profile. Indeed, thank you so much, Charity, for joining us. It is my honor and rare privilege for having you, and looking forward so much to learning much from you, as well as learning more. Your topic is AI. Really, it's interesting that a woman is talking about AI, automation, streamlining processes, productivity, and opening the new opportunities around this new thing. So dive straight into it, Charity. Let us know, in your own experience and in your own views, how do you think women in Southern Africa, and particularly in Zambia, where you've predominantly done much of your work, can use AI as well as automation to streamline the processes, enhance productivity, and potentially opening new career paths? Over to you, ma'am. Kindly unmute. I think you're still on mute, ma'am.
So sorry. Thank you very much. That's technology, you know. No one is too good for it.
I think we
Thank
need
you very
AI
much
that
for having
automatically unmutes while you're talking. If it realizes
very
that,
soon we shall
yeah,
put an application of AI on our laptops.
of
So
course.
artificial intelligence, which is AI, is a technology that kind of replicates or simulates what human beings can do. From the data around different applications that the AI is exposed to, it picks up information data for analysis, for use, to answer questions, and to do different things. So because it is sitting at the very great seat of information, you will find that it is very helpful for everyone. So artificial intelligence can work like a human being. It becomes your assistant. Very soon, you won't need an executive assistant if you can master the different tools that we have available in artificial intelligence. So there are specialized tools. It's very vast. For the health person, they can preach to you about artificial intelligence related to the world of health. But I'm speaking for businesses, and I want us to focus on, I told you that currently, like Jared said, rather, I'm working with SMEs and women. So let's talk about women entrepreneurs and how can they use artificial intelligence. Firstly, I want to say that in this SDGs, the development goals for the whole world are looking at. Number 6 talks about gender equality. And so AI is an equalizer. It helps a woman. You know, women who are very busy. I'm here at home sitting. Something that can make my life easy. And using AI programs such as ChatGPT, it can help me spend less time on content creation. Maybe I have to write a research, I need to produce a paper, I need to do a blog, I need to do something for one magazine or the other. With ChatGPT, it's very easy for me to extract content. Of course, not reproduce it as it is. No, I could have enough information to then align and put some sense more than sometimes when I sit using technology, I wonder how my father would do a report to someone when they used encyclopedia books. You remember that. Today, the whole encyclopedia and much more is in form of AI. So you can have access to such programs. Maybe you are in accounting world. You can actually use a QuickBook. QuickBook is an accounting package that is facilitated by AI. So there are different tools. Women use all sorts of things. Maybe you want to analyze data. Again, using ChatGPT, it will help you bring the data together, do graphs, collect information, make an analysis, make a comparison, and produce a report with greater ease. Or even if you are a designer in information, maybe even there as a graphics designer, and when we are entrepreneurs, we want to market our products on social media. AI enables that through Canva. I can create content. It will help me this and that. Even my phone has more AI. I can get the chatbot pictures, make them show products. So these days, you are actually using AI without you knowing. Even this Zoom meeting is in AI. There's an aspect of AI. So it's everywhere. So as a woman, you just need to be aware. I think we'll get to those details on how you can be exposed. But everywhere you turn, there's AI assisting you. Back to you, Gerald.
Yeah, indeed, that was insightful. So what we are picking from you, indeed, that AI is here to stay, and it's in everything we do. Some of the things we are doing and we are working with, you're not even realizing that at the back of it is AI, and that means that in everything that we seem to be doing, you've already spoken to some of the practical ways. Now, in your own experience, especially with your vast experience in the digital financial sector, one of the things that you realize is that, especially in the context of Africa, already we seem to be struggling with full adoption of the DFS. Do you think Africa is ready for AI? And what are some of the practical ways would you see AI being applied in the context of Africa and how it affects us with regards to financial services? I think you're on mute.
We cannot deny, we cannot put AI on the shelf. We cannot avoid it. Already, in most of the things we use, it's already incorporated. It's there in your phone. It will record your messages. I use a phone for reminding me about a scheduled meeting. There's an aspect of artificial intelligence in it. So with technology, like they would tell us when I first studied computers, don't let a computer intimidate you. I think you remember those lessons. Always look at a computer. Everything is there. Manage it. Use it. So my message to a fellow African woman, a young woman, an older woman, don't look at artificial intelligence as a competitor. It is an assistant. Okay? All we need to do is learn. In my area, in digital financial services, I want to know what are the volumes, the number of transactions that are happening. Who is the one with a competitive edge? What are the products? So that analysis, right? So for analysis, I will use AI. I will use a tool that is suitable for AI. I can use Telzo. There are different tools that you can use for analysis. You can actually also use it for collaboration because we are in different areas. Maybe you want to know, or if you have new products in digital financial services, there's fintech. And fintech is producing products. You want to market your products. You will want to know AI under HubSpot so that you can advertise your sales, guide your sales, and see how your sales are performing. There are so many products that the fintechs bring to the market. You want to know analyze who is using, where are they found? What are the demographics, for example, in your marketing strategy? So it will do that for you. And one of the most important things in digital finance and in fintech is understanding your customer, okay? No longer do you have a person like Charity, like 20 years ago, I would walk in a bank and someone is wearing a badge, customer relationship manager, you understand? And they're finding out the names and the like. AI under HubSpot can do that for you. It will know which customers you have, where they are coming from, what they are looking for. Every time there's a transaction in the background, AI will pick up parameters for you to let us sit down and use in decision making. So these things happen. They even help you compile a report. If you look at Slack, it is used for collaboration. Even for setting up meetings. Yeah. So when you want to meet with different people to collaborate, AI under Slack will facilitate that. You can actually work on different documents when you are in the field. You can send back data to the HQ when you have Slack, which is AI enabled. So there's a very thin line to realize I'm now using AI. Whatever application you're using, it's AI enabled. Just be friendly, understand it, and exploit it.
Wow, thank you so much. And then just under a few minutes, maybe you've spoken so much about what AI can do, but there could be somebody right here. How do they get started? Where do I start from? This ChatGPT, where do I find it? What does it take? Do I need to pay for it? So how does one get started on this journey for AI in the context of a woman?
Okay, so every woman should know that there are free tutorials through Google, for example. Befriend your computer, go to Google and type there, you want to know about Trello, which is used for project management. Maybe you are starting a new project, you'd like to monitor it, you'd like to see how it's going. Just type in AI tool for project management. It will come and it will begin to interrogate you and even lead you, okay? Just like when you're on your Google and you're finding some information, immediately AI kicks in. If you want to buy a car from Japan, it will start interrogating you and talking to you. So just have the interest, Google. There are short courses that are free from different study places that I've learned from myself, a bit of what I've learned. Just take time. And as we go into December, I want to urge you, during the Christmas break, challenge yourself. I want to learn the AI tools that relate to my work. And go to Google, ask Google runs so many free courses. There are other engines that are running several free courses. Let's enroll women. Let's understand how we can, even running your bookkeeping, planning your expenditure. How does QuickBook work on a personal level? Just type in your computer how to understand this. AI will come without you knowing. It will be talking to you and teaching you. So let's not shy away. Let's make sure we get the available resources. Mostly they are free and you can teach yourself. Very short courses, maybe 2 days for one, you go to the next one. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Charity, for those insightful tips around AI. So what we are getting is indeed AI is here to stay. AI is in everything we do. AI is applicable. AI is accessible. And you know what's interesting about AI? You can even ask AI on how to learn about AI. So how do I learn about you? And it begins to tell you how to learn about itself. Where can I find AI? Ask AI. So indeed, these tools are here for us. And thank you so much, Charity, for that. At this moment in time, I'll be happy to get questions. Do we have questions under 5 minutes. We just want to see questions. If you are having issues with your audio, please feel free to type in your questions in the chat, and we should be able to see them. Even after the speaker leaves, you can still chat, type in your question through the chat. All the speakers will stay around and they'll make sure that your questions are attended. So do we have any questions? I can't see any questions in the chat. Anybody, you can unmute. If you've got good picture, we'll be happy to see your video as you even ask the question. Any questions? Maybe somebody's asking AI what question to ask Charity about her presentation.
Yeah, maybe.
I see. All right. No, if you don't have any burning questions, like I said, the chat room is open. Questions will be coming through. We'll be happy to answer them. Charity is still around. Please feel free to ask questions and we'll be happy to answer them. Thank you so much, Ma'am.
I have a question. I have a question for Charity.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Charity, for that expository presentation. I have a question. This is Noella. I don't know if you can see me.
Yes,
my question is, I think there's this misconception, or do I call it prejudice, about AI? You know, once everybody hears AI, it's like it's rocket science. We just think it's way out of our understanding for women. It's, first of all, is this a misconception, or is the fear real? Number two is, how can we develop the mindsets that is required to embrace technology? You know, especially when some people feel that, you know, there's this bias about everything tech and science being for men, easier for men than for women. Two, some women also think that, I think I'm too old for this kind of stuff. Am I going to start learning tech with my kids who are in primary school? I mean, when we were in the university, my university, I can talk about myself, I never saw a computer, but I wrote a computer exam and I passed, you know. But these days, even kids in nursery school, they use Google Classroom for their studies. So how can the older generation embrace, you know, tech and understand that it's learnable, it can be broken down into very simple, easy, bite-sized steps for them? You know, I'm just talking about the mindset shift. How can we achieve that mindset shift? Thank you.
Thank you, Noella. Thank you. You know what? The first thing is to educate the older people, as myself, older than me and everywhere and around, to direct their thirst towards things that they like to do in their present day. I'll give an example. If you like to cook, for example, then that's where to apply your take. You can go to YouTube. It will be AI. They'll take you through a recipe. They'll take you through, you know. So if you saw, in fashion and designing, if you are a Christian, you can actually be aided by AI to prepare a sermon, okay? And then recheck the facts. If you are a worship leader, actually to teach you. So whatever is your thrill, if you want to know how to discipline children as a grandmother, as a mother, what is going on in the world, as a politician, you want to know about Trump, AI will assist you, give you an update of everything. So the problem, the mindset is that AI is for the office, is for digital finance. I just happen to be the digital finance space. That's why I gave my presentation inclined to SME. But if you ask me, I'm a preacher off the stage. I'm a grandmother, I'm what? And I use IT, tech for all these other areas. In Rwanda, I visited Rwanda before, and one of the ways they used to increase just a smartphone manipulation among older women, it was by posting the Facebook, the pictures of grandchildren, showing them how you can share pictures, what with grandchildren everywhere. So they learned to do that. It was very easy now to maneuver them to look for other things. So that thing that you're passionate about is your your buzzword to bring you to tech. Use it to explore tech and you will love it. Okay, Noella, does that help?
Yeah, I think Noela's screen has frozen. She could be having some network issue.
Challenge.
Thank you very much,
Okay.
Charity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I mean, maybe just to add in
Some
on that point, with regards
challenges
to
where thank you so much, Charity. Thank you. That was very really
yes, and with regards to just maybe adding on to that question, you know, one of the things that would help in transforming the mind and adoption of AI is that I know it's natural and easy for people to confuse a robot and AI. You know, so other people are thinking when we embrace AI, will be these moving robots and something will just be happening. A robot just happens to be a machine that is using AI.
Powered by AI, yes.
So we are not going to turn into zombies and robots when we embrace AI. So it will be human and will still be adding onto what we do and the value be realized based on what we do, also adding on to what Ma'am Charity has said. Right. So do we have any question? Or do we have anybody who would love to add anything? If we don't have, we should.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm not quite sure if you can get me. Just let me know if you can talk. I can ask what I want to ask.
Hi, Wankumbo. Good evening. Please tell us where you are getting us from as you ask your question.
Okay. Thank you very much for this platform. I'm in Zambia right now. That's where you're getting me from, and I cannot turn on my live video. I wish I could because I'm in transit, so I'm just listening via audio. So my question is pertaining to using AI in the financial space. I noticed that Ma'am Charity has quite a vast background, especially in the financial sector, and also relating to nations within the African scope. Isn't it possible that the main reason why AI hasn't really adjusted, especially in nations like Zambia and other third world nations within Africa, is based on the fact that we have this kind of not really political system, but this hierarchy in which when something is introduced to help us, it will benefit us, especially in terms of AI. It will take years and years and years for us to kind of push it into systems, push it into schools, push it into our universities. And then when you have a look at our friends who are actually elsewhere, for example, the UK, the United States, the moment this student is out, they begin using it. I'll give you an example of schools. The moment schools are started, just believe that they started using it immediately. And then for us, it was kind of, we're going to teach it at a later stage in life. And so my other kind of question, alluding, adding to that is that we also have almost a mass exodus of IT personnel that are leaving the nations of Africa, heading out into these other nations that are actually using the projects that are being created by these IT personnel. So is it possible that even as we speak on these topics like AI and this and that, in as much as it's great, is it possible for us to also find solutions like, hey, how can we actually push these things to a much more greater audience in which we can get things down to the root level, and then as the future generations are growing up, they shouldn't grow up with that scarcity of information, that they should grow up knowing that, Zoom does this does this, and I can go grab anything that is mine in those words. Thank you very much. I hope my questions were clear.
Hello, can't hear you, Ma'am Charity. Can you hear? Hello, I think I can't hear you. You're not on mute, but then
I'm saying, did you hear
yeah,
everything? I didn't. So would you give me a summary in a nutshell
yeah,
what she was asking for? Yes,
yeah.
please.
Yeah, I think the context in which he was asking the question, I think I picked the issue around adoption. I think one of the things he's saying is one of the challenges that we've seen, especially in places or regions such as Africa, Zambia specifically, is slow adoption for the
Mm.
government, for example, of such kind of technologies. Some of the things that we're talking about in places like the UK probably and other Western countries, already the government is running with it. So I think he was also trying to understand, based on your experience, how you think such kind of adoption could be accelerated at that level, at government
Okay.
level. And yeah, I think that was primarily what I got from
Okay,
what.
now government level, we know how lovely the Minister of Technology is, okay, and how he works hard everywhere around trying, even at the ICTAs right now, they are the computer body in Zambia, ICTAs, I've forgotten what it is in full. So we have a lot of forum that we can champion some of these things. It takes 1, 2, 3, 4 people, such as her, you, and myself, or wherever we are in different regions, to begin to use this simple AI tools like Grammarly. So for your spelling, you don't have to start checking your spelling. Just begin to use the Grammar AI application. So in every application, just advocate for one tool that can be made popular. It doesn't have to take the government. I think the goodwill is there. Maybe it's when you're changing, but things like all these things I've taught about in project management, in your content creation, in your marketing, it's the entrepreneur that is able to use this. Even in an office, my work can come out a bit superior, or I finish my assignments quickly because I'm using these tools, and the other person is rigid and they're always falling behind their delivery date. So it's for your own good, it's for your own performance. Each one of us should know that there's no hard and fast rule. People don't even need to know you use the tool, but they'll appreciate the output. So let's go for it. Let's use the, don't be timid. This is 2024. Let's forge ahead. Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much, Charity, for that. I think that was I'll take that as the last question. So if you have burning questions, please